Right guys, so I'm carrying on from the previous video. We're sat here talking about my cars, however I'm sat in my room. I'm currently carless. The last time I was on the channel, I had like the MX-5, I had the two Clios, life was okay, you know? The MX-5 sold, that was never sticking around. The 182 I covered in the previous video, it basically needed too much work. Now, the 197 truly was a car that I was planning to keep borderline forever. It was the most fun car I've ever owned, and it kind of all came crumbling down kind of thing. So hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts, any suggestions, any improvements, and let's get on with what happened with the 197 and why it sold. So I was driving home from Milton Keynes, which is about half an hour away from me. And as I was driving, it was like a 17-mile-an-hour road. I had the cruise control on. I was chilling. I wasn't doing anything stupid. The engine light come on. The engine light has come on in the past since I fitted the K-Tech induction kit. I don't know if it's like a fault with it or if I fitted it wrong. It's probably more the fact that I fitted it wrong. Anyway, the light would come on, but then it would kind of turn itself off after like 5-10 seconds, and then the car would drive fine again. It would go into like a limp mode, then it would just drive fine again, which is what I presumed would happen this time. So I pulled in, turned it on, turned it off, turned it back on again, and it come on again. And I was doing that for about half an hour. I was being quite stubborn. I was determined that the car would fix itself. Long story short, it didn't fix itself, so I had to get it recovered home, put it on a tow truck. Once it was home, we started to read the codes and everything, and it had destructive misfire, something like that. I changed spark plugs, I changed coil packs, I changed fucking lambda sensor, the map sensor. Like, I did what I could to fix the car, and it just didn't work. It kept, every time I turned it on, it ran lumpy. I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to sell it as it is. I took off the induction kit. I sold the induction kit. I then put the standard induction kit back on it. I was going to take photos of the car to sell the car in its engine management like condition. I then turned the car back on after fitting the standard induction kit, and the car runs fine. The car runs smooth. The car runs mint. The problem is, by this time, I'd already bought my new car, which will be covered in the next video, because as I said, I'm carless. I didn't keep my new car for even 2 weeks. By this point, I was kind of in the mindset of like, if it's happened once, it'll happen again and again and again, and I don't really want to turn on my car hoping the car turns on, if that makes sense. I really value peace of mind, so unfortunately, as much as I love the car and it was so much fun, genuinely the most fun car I've ever owned, I did have to sell it. Made a loss on it, doesn't matter, because I put on like genuine Renault Sport parts and a £600 exhaust and all this kind of stuff. As far as I was aware, the car was running immaculate. Like, and I'm not even just saying this like for the camera. Genuinely, the car was perfect. It would run. I gave it some to just check everything was fine. The car was fine. It turned fine. There was no signs of like a limp mode or any form of problem. The guy who bought the car then got like halfway home, like a 2-hour drive, and the limp mode come back on again. Genuinely, I didn't know anything about this. Like I said, as far as I was aware, the car was fine. Like, I'm not big on social media, but like, I'm somewhat known, so I wouldn't lie to someone about a car, because it's only going to fall back on me, then I'm going to look like the bad guy. But the car literally broke down on the way home with a very similar problem to what I had when I had the problem, which was kind of a wake-up call. Like, fuck, like, I felt bad for him. I've done everything I can to help him out. The fact that it broke down for him on the way home was kind of like, yeah, I'm glad I sold it, like in a selfish, nasty way, or almost like it's better him than me. And I know how horrible that sounds, but like the peace of mind of having a car to turn on and it turns on every time, you can't put a price on that. I know it sounds daft. I know that's the kind of situation I put myself in. I feel bad for him, and I think he's just about got the car up and running, because he was asking me something about the car when it drives, so I presume it's fine now. It was not my intention at all, like I said, but yeah, the 197 has gone. Didn't want it to go. Like I've said 100 times, it was the best car I've ever owned, but something has to give sometimes, and my bank account can't be the one that keeps on giving. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the series with that car. I did a lot of mods to that car. Miltech exhaust, K-Tech induction kit, Renault Sport spoiler, Renault Sport front lip. I never put any of it on the channel. I don't know why I didn't do any videos on the car. The car was sick. I made it look so nice, and yet I didn't put anything on the channel, so I can only apologise. That's me just being stupid. Hopefully we can grow moving forward. The next video is going to be the other car that I bought and sold after 2 weeks. And then hopefully after that will be the new car that I'm picking up. Whether I pick it up or not, I'll probably take the camera with me and we'll get some content from it. But it's time to calm down. It's time, like, genuinely, I wanted to keep the 197. I'm trying to calm down and it just doesn't seem to be going my way. But a couple steps back to take some more steps forward, I guess. Hopefully, I'll see you again. Cheers.